Welcome, Realm family, to another episode of Wrestling with the Realm podcast. I'm Brian, one half of the Power and Glory of Wrestling podcast, and on the other side, he is the Hercules to my Paul Roma. He's my guy, Will. Will, what are we talking about?
Guys, there's no better way to be back than a WWR staple, overrated and underrated.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited for this one. Me and Brian have been looking forward to sitting down all week and
Yep.
talking about some superstars we've listed down. And Brian, why don't I take us right into it?
Started
My
out.
first superstar is Austin Theory.
Oh, we've had Austin Theory before, so this is going to be good.
It is. I've done my homework. I realized that we did have
Yep.
Austin Theory once before. And I think it's time. I think it's time to revisit because you want to know what, Brian? If you go back and you watch that episode, I'm very theory supportive. Just wait and give Austin Theory a chance. Brian, you can only have so many chances.
Yep.
And I am out on Austin Theory. And it pains me to say that because I think Austin Theory is so talented and he is great in the ring. And I think given the right work, he can work in the WWE. It just hasn't hit home for me. It hasn't. This vision stuff versus the Usos, it's fine, but it's not working for me. Why? Because they are treated as such an extra part. I mean, the Usos are so focused on Roman and
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk that whatever they're doing with the vision feels like a side quest. And Austin Theory's whole career, he has been a side quest. When he was Money in the Bank, it was a side quest because we knew no matter what, whenever he cashed in, he was going to lose to Roman
Yeah.
because Roman wasn't dropping those belts. And you want to know what? He cashed in on Seth and he lost and he didn't even win the US title when he cashed in. I thought we were going to get a great opportunity when he won the belt at WrestleMania 40 with Grayson Waller with A-Town Down Under. It still hasn't hit. And now, granted, the vision is not exactly what it was supposed to be with all
Right.
these injuries, but I just rattled off opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and he's missed every single time. Some of them aren't his fault, but man, once you start to add all these up, Brian, it's not good. So I'm here to say, I think if you go on that last episode, I'm underrated on Austin Theory. I'm here to say he's overrated, Brian. What do you think?
Well, I'm here to say I agree with you, Will. I agree with Will. For all the reasons that you just said. When we get to where we are today with Austin Theory, we might have said this when they brought him into the Vision that this is kind of the last stop. We're putting you in a stable with guys we're trying to get over. We're putting you with Paul Heyman. They're doing all of the things that you should be doing to get somebody over. Now, to be fair, the Vision has been snake bit now, and they're dropping like flies. All we have left is Austin Theory and Logan Paul. As far as I'm concerned, the Vision is dead. I don't know where they're going to go from here unless somehow you do something with Logan Paul and Austin Theory, um, with the Usos and go from there. But I don't know. It seems like even this version of Austin Theory in the Vision, they've tried a few different things with him and nothing has stuck. Like they've tried giving him a few different catchphrases. Uh God, what was the one they kept saying? And it was super annoying. Because it didn't make a lot of sense. It was like he's the pressure. So yeah, that's what it was, is they were trying to give him this persona of he's the pressure. That went nowhere. So no, Austin Theory, I hate saying it, we have so much talent that's coming up. I look at guys like Javon Evans and I go, do I need a spot to get Javon Evans on the show? Am I okay with taking Austin Theory away? Yes, I am. Ergo, Austin Theory, overrated.
Overrated. I agree with you. And I want to say this too. I was listing all the things that he is a side character in. He can't even top Logan Paul in his own tag team, who
Yes.
he is becoming more of a full-time character now, but Logan Paul is mostly a part-timer. That's the amount of faith that the WWE has put in Austin Theory. So
Yeah.
it is definitely sad to see because if you go back to, I don't think it was our most recent, but the one before that, overrated,
Yeah.
underrated, that we were really high on him coming back, and I'm sorry, overrated. Brian,
Yeah.
take us in to our next superstar.
Okay, I hope this one's going to be a little more positive. I can't believe we haven't done this yet, but Chelsea Green.
Oh wow.
Chelsea Green. So here's the thing with Chelsea Green. I look at her, I see her body of work, I see what she does, I see the entertainment that she brings, and I love it. But I think back to that stupid clip that everybody has seen by now from WWE Unreal or whatever, uh, when they're talking about the Women's United States Championship and Road Dogg is there. And he's like, well, I think we should give it back to Chelsea. And Triple H is like, and then what? So who does she go through? She already beat Michin. She already beat B-Fab. You know, and he goes down the list of everybody on the mid card she went through, and he goes, so we put the belt back on her, and then what? And I go, I hate that because Chelsea Green deserves some of that recognition with one of those titles, but I also understand Mr. Levesque's position on that. It's not saying that she can't be the champion again, but when you just have her go through the rogues gallery of opponents just to put it back on her, you don't have anywhere to go. It's like Rhea Ripley. We could have just put the belt back on her way back when, going on what, almost a year ago now. We had Io Sky in there. Where you go, you do have to have some time pass before you can put her through that machine again. So I kind of got what he was saying, but at the same time, it feels wrong to say that, and it also feels wrong to think, um, could Chelsea Green not win a main event championship? And I go, I feel like she has to at some point. Um, but then I go, she's so perfect in the mid card. I mean, she helps keep that whole division, the mid card women on SmackDown, relevant and entertaining. Um, and I love watching her almost as much as I love watching Liv Morgan. I think she understands her character so much, and she's so over with the fans that I hope she does get a top card main event championship. But I know that's going to be hard to do. So any way you slice it with Chelsea Green, I guess what I'm trying to say is she is horribly and almost criminally underrated.
Yeah.
Underrated all the way, more Chelsea Green.
Wouldn't wrestling just be so interesting in the August through like November timing because Money in the Bank is a little pushed back this year?
Hmm.
Dominic Mysterio and Chelsea Green held
Oh,
both of the Money in the Banks. That would be perfect booking because I just believe that's probably the only way she gets to the top with her character being built as more of like a comedic character, but obviously Chelsea Green can also go in the ring. I think what I'm also trying to say is I agree with you. Chelsea Green is criminally underrated, her in-ring work, and
yeah.
there's not many people that can be interesting like on TV, injured or not injured.
She's in a wheelchair and she's still doing spots and is
I
still
know.
entertaining.
It's money, and she's been one of my favorite parts of Friday Night SmackDown consistently. As sometimes, as we talk about on here, the weekly product and the television can kind of be on this roller coaster.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green is the consistent throughout all of that, and it's a
Yep.
consistent high. So I am going to agree with you. Chelsea Green, underrated.
All right. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
We're batting 1,000 so far, Will.
All right. Are
What do
you
you got?
ready for one that can kind of, I don't know. It's definitely going to be, we'll talk about it for
It
sure.
might be the one, it might be one of them that I'm thinking. This could
Yeah,
be the one that might be the same.
because I actually don't have an answer going into this. I'm going to talk about AJ Lee's most recent run in
Oh,
the WWE because I'm pretty
oh,
sure we got on here and we made a whole video talking about AJ Lee's big return to professional wrestling. And I mean, this was a return that was like broadcasted by like Sports Center in the morning after Friday Night
yeah.
SmackDown when she came back in Chicago. And she's just been stuck in the same feud with Becky Lynch for a very, very, very long time. It almost feels as if they are having the feud that CM Punk and Seth Rollins were
Yes.
supposed to have.
That's so
And
smart. Yeah.
I don't dislike these two in a feud, but it's gone on for way too long. And I want to highlight a match that AJ Lee had with Bailey that was not a terrible match by any means. I just feel as if I want more of that.
Yeah.
And I want less of the Becky Lynch feud. And I want Becky Lynch to move up to the main event scene with this current character that she's running with right now. And I want AJ Lee to be used more as that like intercontinental open challenge type of deal, putting the younger talent over. I want a Raquel Rodriguez match versus AJ Lee, a Roxanne Perez, which I think is the match to look
Yeah.
to, even like a Sol Ruca from NXT. I think there's so much we can tap into. I just don't know how long we have AJ Lee for and what we're going to get out of this, what I'm assuming to be final run of her career before she gets inducted to the Hall of Fame. So being said,
Ooh.
I'm
I don't
I'm
know
kind of
which way you're gonna go.
I'm kind of open to ears actually on what you have to say and where you're leaning. See if you can convince me a little bit here, Brian, because right now I'm up in the air on this one.
Oh boy. Look, here's the thing with AJ Lee. I didn't have a relationship with her from before. So I get a lot of the buildup, and I was really excited about it, especially because I really like this version of Becky Lynch, and I think Becky Lynch is selling the hell out of this feud between these two. Um, AJ Lee came back, they had their tag match, her and Punk against Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I thought that that was a good match.
Mhm.
It made sense for that to be her first match back because you could put her in a tag match, yada yada, get the ring rust off. But then we didn't have a whole lot after that, and I kind of had to laugh with the Bailey match, and I kind of had to laugh with the promo that was cut with Becky Lynch most recently. Because AJ Lee is talking about being the greatest of her generation and the greatest of any generation. And I was like, whoa, 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 pump the brakes. Don't say that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, just saying that one, we're talking about the IC championship, so let's call two, the work that she's doing is absolutely fine. She's not Nikki Bella, which again, no offense to Nikki Bella. I never want to make it sound like we're ripping on her because that's not fair. I'm just saying it
So,
when you come from a different era and you're trying to work in the current era, that can get real tricky.
oh,
And Nikki Bella has exceeded expectations, so it's not a diss on her. But AJ Lee, you fall into that same trap where you can tell you're in some sort of a weird Nikki Bella, Trish Stratus stratosphere.
oh wow.
I I
Good.
had to do it.
Yeah.
Um, you're somewhere in that realm, which is fine for a nostalgia act, but it's not like is AJ Lee going to go on? Does she sign like a couple year contract here? My assumption is after WrestleMania, we're not going to see her again. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm
I
not sure what the deal's like.
I don't know. I like AJ Lee. She seems fine, but from what I was hoping for to what we've gotten, there's other people that could have been in that same slot against Becky Lynch, and I feel like it could have worked. I just think this is going too long. So maybe you're right with that. Is that having her and Becky Lynch work this long of a program, maybe that's hurting. Maybe if we saw her with somebody else, my feelings would be different because I'm
Yeah.
right on the cusp of going, there could be a really good payoff to this, and it just hasn't happened yet. So right now, I'm gonna say AJ Lee overrated. I have not been satisfied by what has happened. It's been totally fine, but
Mm.
I think you might be right though that that Becky Lynch feud's going on too long. And honestly, if Becky Lynch wasn't doing such a good job selling it, I don't know if it would be working at all. So did I change your mind, Will, or did I convince you one way or the other?
Yeah, I think that you kind of talked me, which guys, we don't come on here to be in like agreement all the time.
No,
But like
no.
I
It's
was
better when
leaning,
we don't.
yeah, towards that slightly, like oh so slightly overrated. This will be one as we come back, like after WrestleMania, that we will revisit
Yeah,
because
for sure.
I think after them we'll have a clear answer. I'm gonna go slightly overrated though. Yeah,
Okay.
Brian, next superstar.
Okay, now we're gonna get into the good stuff. And again, I feel bad because I think Will might agree with me on this, but
That's
it's time to do this because I'm pretty sure we had his brother as underrated. Jey Uso. Let's just do the Jey Uso. Let's throw it out there. Um, okay, here's the deal. We have seen Jey Uso go from tag partner with his brother in the bloodline to feuding with his brother while Cody's telling his story and we see the destruction of the bloodline, all the way through to main event Jey Uso singles yeeting in the Royal Rumble match. See, that help. I
nope.
can tell you right now, if you don't want to get on our bad list on overrated, underrated, don't roll it back during the match. Um, then
God,
we have him win a Royal Rumble. We have him go on and get pushed to a main event at WrestleMania, win, and be champion all the way to where we are today, where he's back with his brother in a tag team as a tag team champion, resetting the table, going back to the status quo, and he's a hothead. So, what I've learned from all of that is that that project, that experiment didn't work.
yeah,
Um, and we tried. You guys can go back actually you should do that if you're just joining us now on WWR podcast. Go back to some of our earlier overrated, underrated, and listen to all of our other shows. um you guys, you know what, it'll be really fun for people now because I feel like our production has gotten so much better
that's
than when we
better.
first
Yeah,
started. It'd probably be fun for people to see the evolution. So yeah, do that. But if you guys go back and listen, you'll see we've been very fair to Jey Uso. We were rooting for Jey Uso.
we
I
were.
wanted it to work. Like I just felt like so many times, like grabbing him and just grabbing him by the lapels and going, dude, you have a rocket ship strapped on you. You are over like Rover. You just have to come up with some personality and just get some character. And he just couldn't do it. You know, all like it's interesting right now with Roman and CM Punk cutting their promos and stuff because CM Punk's very good at that. So when you throw Jey Uso in there and we get to see him so upset and so emotional about it and mad at CM Punk, that works. But much like the head coach that's always yelling and always throwing stools around and is always the rah rah guy, that wears off. And then when you really need it, it doesn't mean anything anymore. The best are always the ones who can be a Jake the Snake Roberts or a Dusty Rhodes or one of these guys who, when they turn on that level of emotion, it means more because it's not always there. And Jey Uso, unfortunately, I feel like he's a one trick pony right now. He has an awesome entrance. Everybody likes to yeet. And then he does his tag stuff with his brother. When we put him on his own, it just hasn't worked yet. So, Jey Uso, I'm sorry. Rikishi, don't be mad at us. We could always revisit this. But little tough love, Jey Uso, overrated.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think I do like the kind of crash out mentality that Jay is bringing to his character. It's obviously any character development for his
Mm-hmm.
non-existing character is good. I wish they would have tried some of this when he was champion or he
That's
was on that road versus the I can't beat Gunther
yes.
mentality and I'm going to trip over the ropes or have a really bad spear and I can't do it anymore. And it has to take me watching my brother almost die to Gunther to even revoke any emotion out of me. So I wish we would have tried a little bit of some of this going into that match at WrestleMania. But like you said, he had the rocket ship. It didn't work.
Yeah.
It wasn't there. And I agree with you. For those reasons, we will stay in agreement. I'm going Jey Uso overrated.
Boy. Woo. All right. Well, I think we got time for a bonus. Do
A
you got a
bone.
bonus one? I got one.
Let's go with you.
All right. I always like to, if you guys haven't noticed this on Overrated, Underrated, again, if you haven't, go back and watch the old ones. I like to bring somebody back from the golden age. I like to do an old timer and kind of re-examine. So today is going to be no different. Today, I am going to pull out Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I'm
Yeah.
bringing out Hacksaw. Okay. I grew up with Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yep.
I like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but going back, especially because we do a lot of our retro rewatches and um, I watch a lot of the old material from those older decades from the 80s and 90s. Okay, so Hogan was number one, by a mile.
Yeah.
But they would put Hacksaw Jim Duggan in the Hogan spot if Hogan wasn't on a card. So let's say they're going around doing their house shows, and it's Hogan versus Earthquake in Milwaukee and Chicago. Okay, well, when they go to the smaller cities, they're going to put Hacksaw Jim Duggan in that Earthquake match instead of Hogan because Hacksaw was over, or if Hogan was injured and they needed somebody to fill that spot when they're doing house shows, they put Hacksaw in there, and I go, this dude was so over for no good reason whatsoever other than he was true red, white, and blue Hulk Hogan understudy.
You didn't need
You
much more than that.
like you watch him in the ring again, it's fun and goofy, but then you to cut a promo, oh gee, Dusty, I sure haven't seen Sapphire. I'm gonna go find her as soon as I can. Oh. And then he walks away and you go, what is going on? What?
Yeah.
How is he this over? Um, so I hate to say it to my guy Hacksaw. I love Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, but my God, Hacksaw, you are so overrated. Oh my goodness, we all love you, and I don't mean that any disrespect. Like he was working so far above where he should have been. I don't know how, but yeah, Hacksaw, overrated, but I still love you.
Gosh, I think for those exact reasons, I might have to go underrated.
Oh,
Anybody that's
oh,
things out of their pay grade, and is still hitting the shots,
Yeah.
even though, if you put him in today's era, obviously going
Mm.
nowhere, absolutely nowhere except a T-Mobile commercial with Truth and Danhausen. No, like that is where he would go.
Oh,
But man, the fact that there was once like you said, the golden era of wrestling, that this dude was your number two babyface,
yeah.
gosh, it doesn't get better than that. Well, I think it does for a lot of people. But yeah, I mean, anyone that's able to, you know, work above what they should be doing, that's underrated for me. It's got
Damn.
to be. So,
That's a good
Ha-
point, Will.
Hacksaw, I'll give you an underrated by guy, but
Oh man. I want
it,
to change mine so much, but
the
you
number
make a
two
good point
baby
though.
face, though, in the company at any point for Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I mean, he won a Rumble, Brian.
Th-
That's crazy.
This man was captaining his own team like consistently in the Survivor Series.
No,
It's like the
see,
4x4s versus the mercenaries. Like this dude was like 2 or 3 years in a row. He was like captain of his own team. Yeah.
see, Brian, these are the
They had
moments.
him do broadcasting on one of the damn things. For
Yeah,
like 2 matches, he came down there
they did. Yeah.
because Bobby Heenan was busy, so they had to bring somebody. Well, you know how they use Bobby.
Oh,
Oh
every
boy, is
other
always
match in a
there.
pay-per-view. It is
Just wait
old
till we get to
retro
this
rewatch.
Survivor Series 91. You guys, we're gonna try to do this, I
No,
swear.
it's the next video. I promise
Yes.
you guys, it's happening. So the next video is Survivor Series 91, and you can
Ooh,
bet on that.
Hacksaw is gonna be in it. You guys can see then for yourself. And you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. I like Hacksaw. I don't want him pissed at me or nothing. I
No,
need him coming at me with that 2x4,
I
the foreign
know
object.
that's scary. That's some scary stuff right there. You
Dude,
know,
dude would use a foreign object, get disqualified, and we're like, yeah. He used the 2x4 on a guy. He cracked their skull open. This guy's great. He's a hero. Like,
doesn't have to make sense, I guess.
no, it's like Jey
Uh,
Uso putting on some brass knuckles and knocking some dudes out.
yeah, that was a moment.
See, but there was more nuance to that though, because we're supposed to see that he's cracking a little bit.
Yeah,
Get that heel turn. I need a heel turn out of somebody. Craving a heel turn. Haven't had one now.
yeah, it's been a minute, hasn't it?
And don't give me Meechin and B-Fab. Nobody cares.
Gosh, wasn't
And
that
I
so?
feel bad because I like Meechin.
Yeah, no, I like Michin and BFAB. I just thought that was it had to happen, but like, does this mean Jade's gonna win at WrestleMania? No,
Oh,
it doesn't. It doesn't,
no.
guys. Rhea
Don't talk that
Ripley
way.
has that like Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, Super Cena type of power. Like she doesn't lose matches, so
Yep.
bet the
Rhea must
house on
pose.
Rhea.
Listen, we got a real heel turn, Will. Ricochet took a real heel turn. What idiot.
Yo,
Look,
yo,
I always feel half bad that we rip on Ricochet. I feel so good now that it's totally warranted.
you're
What trash.
justified, guys. And if you don't know, go look it up because we're
Oh,
not going to talk about it on here. But you want to know what? Go look it up because real soon Ricochet is going to be looking for a job in the realm, wrestling with the realm. We're not taking job applications. There's no room right over nope other way right over here
we,
for Ricochet.
we can
There's
get him on
not.
the paranormal side. He can review some evidence and stuff.
Oh, he should have reviewed some evidence before making
Yeah, he
the
should
decision
have. He
that
should
he
have.
made. He should
He
have been
should
on the
have.
podcast before he made that call.
Yes, he should have been doing the thing of trying to be better because come on, man. Like you got to be better than that.
Yeah.
Hey, in the words of Dave Chappelle, or you could shut
Yep.
like you could do nothing. You could say nothing. Just be better than that. You know what? And for all of the other superstars and stuff who are out there who treat the fans as well as they do, um, wrestling is a pretty tight community. I will say last year at WrestleMania, it was heartening to see Vegas filled with all the wrestling fans, and everybody put on a pretty good showing for the wrestling community. And I think most of the superstars, especially there, appreciated that because people treated them with respect and they did the same. So, everybody always remember that. Just treat everybody the way you want to be treated and don't be Ricochet.
Yeah. I don't think there's a better note to end it on than just don't be Ricochet, guys. Brian, run us down what we got going on the paranormal side.
Whew, everybody go over to the Realm Paranormal Podcast. We got a couple of new shows out. We just did Conspiracy Roulette. It's a new thing we're trying. Yeah, yeah, we put
Awesome.
everybody's name on a wheel, and if it lands on you, you have to throw out a conspiracy theory
That's
and then
awesome.
try to back it up. Yeah, I get into aliens and skin suits and celebrities. It's pretty great. I went in a lot of directions, but I tried to keep it succinct. I tried. Um, and we should be getting our first episode of Realm on Film out, movie review podcast. We're going to have Sinners. It's going to be really good. And because I don't want to forget, we also have a phone number now. If you guys call or text 1-414-600-7049, you guys can call, text, leave a message for any one of the Realm podcasts. You got the Paranormal Podcast,
It's
you got us, and you got Realm on Film. Leave a message. Let us know how we're doing. If you have any ideas, anything like that, you know, it's a lot of fun.
like Brian said, guys, you know, don't be Ricochet.
Yeah.
Treat others how you want to be treated. And until next time, we love you guys. Peace.
Godspeed, Chuck Norris. It was reminiscent of Full House when you get Uncle Jesse to say, "Have mercy." And it's like they really wanted that to be a catchphrase that was going to be uber popular, but it was mildly successful.
In the grand scheme of things, I will say this, you are right. You're absolutely right. I just I mean, I'm just trying to give a positive outlook on this guy, but yeah, you're 100% right. He was not.